Let's be honest. Sometimes the bends in our road can be extremely hard. Sometimes they feel like we're not going to survive. Sometimes they feel like God is never going to answer. And maybe if God answers, he's certainly not going to answer the way we want him to answer. Let's talk more about that. Life can be quite the bending road. Sometimes it's nice and gentle, and sometimes it's a bit scary. The truth is that we will all experience a difficult bend in our road at some point. But it's also true that God will see us through. Let's travel this bending road together and help each other in our journey. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to catch other videos along the way. Welcome back to the Bending Road. Glad you could join me this week. You know, as I said in my intro, sometimes life can be really, really hard. Sometimes it feels like there's just no hope. It's never going to get better. It's over. Everything's over. I know some folks right now who are going through some extremely difficult times, and with health issues, with tragedies in the family, totally unexpected tragedies, job, work-related, business-related tragedies, really significant issues, health issues that are, you pray and pray that God would heal, and you begin to wonder, is God ever going to heal me? And is God ever going to fix this problem in my company, or is God ever going to get me through this pain or this difficulty? And I know those are real. I've been there where I wondered if God would bring me through, or if this issue was just going to devastate me and change my life negatively for the rest of my life. There's a psalm that I go to often when I think about real difficulties, and it's Psalm 130. And I just wanted to reflect a bit on this today, in light of some of the really difficult things that I've been hearing, that I've been as little as it seems, trying to walk with people through, praying for them. Sometimes there's nothing more you can do but pray, and that's not a bad thing. Prayer it says the prayer of a righteous person availeth much. It's good. It's important to pray. It's important to hold our family and friends up in prayer. But let's be honest, sometimes that makes us feel like, I wish there was something more I could do. I wish I could pay that bill for them. I wish I could fix their problem. I wish I could heal their bodies. I wish I could fix my kids. I wish I could make it better, but we can't. It's totally and wholly in the hands of God. And this psalm, it starts out, I will exalt you, Lord. And just to exalt the Lord, even in trials, is tough sometimes. To just praise God for who God is, not because of anything he's done or not done, but just simply because of who he is. I exalt you, Lord. And then it says, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. That's a huge statement. Maybe the enemy is an illness, or maybe the enemy is somebody who stole something from you, or maybe the enemy is some other form of negative thing that's happening to you. But God will not let our enemies gloat over us. It may feel like it in the moment, but ultimately, when all is said and done, that won't be the case. Verse 2, Lord, my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. You, Lord, brought me up from the realm of the dead and spared me from going down to the pit. You, Lord, brought me up out of that. You, Lord, saved me from that. You, Lord, healed me from the pit, from the deepest, darkest place that I could not get myself out of. You brought me up out of that. Verse 4, sing the praises of the Lord, you his faithful people, praise his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts for a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Now, I know if you're like me, you want that morning to come like right now. You want that rejoicing to be now. You're tired of the weeping. You're tired of the mourning. You're tired of the crying out. You're tired of feeling hopeless. You're tired of wondering if God is ever going to answer your prayers or if he even hears you. But God's timing is perfect. And I know that's hard to swallow in the situation. I get that. But God's timing is perfect. And he will see to what needs to be done in the right time. In verse 6, it says, when I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Yeah, when we feel good, when times are good, we say, oh, nothing's going to get me down. Nothing's going to get me down. And Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. You know, we are so easily taken down. And Paul says, if you think you can stand, be careful. Be careful. And we read scriptures like, pride goes before a fall. We need to be careful. When I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. Everything was good. But then, Lord, when you hid your face, I was dismayed. We can feel how easily that strength can fail us. Verse 8, to you, Lord, I called, to the Lord I cried for mercy. What is gained if I am silent? What if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your faithfulness? Hear, Lord, and be merciful to me. Lord, be my help. Lord, you are all there is. I can't let go of that. I can't let go of you in these trials because you are my only hope. You are the one that is faithful. If I go down to the pit, if I let this kill me, God isn't going to be praised. When I let God's plan run its course, God will be glorified in that. Verse 11, you turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord, my God, I will praise you forever. It's so easy to fall apart. It's so easy to think there's no hope. It's so easy to say, okay, God isn't going to help me. I'm just going to give up on God and I'm going to do it my own way. Well, that's not going to help either, right? Because our resources are limited. Our work, things we can do is limited. But God is faithful forever. And when we hang on to God in the hard times, in the good times, in all times, then what we do is we learn about God's faithfulness. If we give up on God, how are we going to understand God's faithfulness? How are we going to even experience God's faithfulness? Now, again, there have been times in my life when I thought I was never going to get through it. I actually thought, it would be better off if the world would just explode and we would all be gone. Because I can't see how this is ever going to end. But you know what? The trial did end. We came through it. And today, because of that, because God brought me through that, I can rejoice. And I don't know where you are at today. I don't know what you are experiencing today. But if you are deep down in that pit and you feel like there is nothing that's going to get you through this, hang on. Hang on to God, because God is faithful. God is always faithful. Lord, there are folks listening today, and there are folks who will hear this in the future who are suffering big things that nobody else can fathom. But Lord, you have a plan. And instead of running away from the tragedy, instead of running away from you, Lord, it's my prayer that we would run to you. That we would stand in the midst of the grief and the pain and the sorrow and the tragedy, and that we would stand there and say, God, I'm I'm meeting you here. You are in this, and you will be faithful to walk me through it. Lord, give us the strength to do that. And as Paul says, that when we experience that trial will produce character. It produces perseverance, so that we can be stronger next time, and we can help others through that. Lord, may that be. May our trials make us stronger for future trials, and stronger to help others through their trials. Lord, you put us here for a reason. You allow these things. I'm not saying that you beat us up or you create tragedies, but you allow us to experience tragedies so that we can count on you, and so that we can help others go forward. May we be stronger from this. I am going to continue to pray for you. I know that several of you have major things going on. You know, I've told you that I'm praying for you. If there's something you need prayer for, put it in the comments. I promise you that I pray for your situation. Pray for God's faithfulness to draw you through it and to bring you through that trial. In the meantime, I hope you have a good week. Stay connected with God, stay connected with each other, and keep praying. Have a good week. I'll see you next week on the Bending Road. It was great to have you join me today along this Bending Road. You can connect with me on social media or on my website at bendingroad.weebly.com. I would love to pray for you as you navigate the bends in your road. Remember, when you see the bend in your road, do not be afraid. Take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone.